So you're welcome back to this lesson. This lesson will be discussing about how you can be able to use your smartphone for accessing different resources on the internet. And these resources could be in many forms. It could be either you want to access videos, maybe animations or simulations, or you want to access even web links, just web pages alone. Or in some cases, you might also want to access maybe some just web pages to be able to see what other people are saying about this particular topic and what you can be able to learn from that particular topic. So it's just basically on how to be able to access resources, educational resources from the internet. And before we proceed, the basic requirement here is to make sure that your smartphone is having all the requirements. One of which is you need to make sure that your smartphone is having internet connection, which we call internet bundle. So you have to make sure that you have internet connection that will allow you to be able to go to the internet. But again, another assumption is that, or another requirement is that you need to have a browser. A browser is basically a software that allows you to be able to access different web addresses. Even if you want to access YouTube, for instance, or you want to access probably maybe any website on the internet, you need to have a browser. And these browsers are actually many. So depending on the type of the phone that you're using, so it could be that your smartphone has Mozilla Firefox as a browser, or you have probably maybe you have Google Chrome as a browser, or Internet Explorer, or some other special browsers that come up with your smartphone. So if you check your smartphone, you'll be able to identify that, yeah, this is my browser, and I can be able to use this for my work. But again, in most cases, we are dealing with probably, because most of the teachers use Android-enabled smartphones. That means smartphones made from Android or having Android operating system. This will become much more easier because the steps will be easier to follow as we start explaining how this particular process works. Now, I'm assuming that you are a teacher. Maybe you are teaching primary school, or probably you are teaching secondary school, or some college, probably teacher college, for instance. And you actually want to use a smartphone to be able to access some of the content from the internet, some of the resources that you want to use for your own purpose, or for helping your students to be able to learn better, probably. So there are many ways you can be able to do that. And what you have to think is actually be able to know what you want to do at what particular time, and how this particular content will help your students be able to learn better. But remember, when you use your smartphones, you can be able to use for different purposes. One could be for your own professional development, for your own growth, depending on what you are doing, whether you have been able to register some of the online courses, what we call massive open online courses, or you are also helping your students as well, which means you can be able to get resources and be able to share with your students so that they can be able to learn. And this is particularly in these times when we are actually in this pandemic, where you can be able to use it for accessing and sharing resources with your students as well. Now, in this video or in this lesson, we are going to take you through the steps or processes that you would like to go to take as you embark or as you move to be able to access resources, and how you can be able to share them onto your groups as well. You could be able to share either using your different groups, using social networks, or using just sharing a link with people that you want them to be able to learn. So this will be the main objective of this lesson. So the main objective actually is to be able to help you be able to move forward, be able to use effectively your phone to be able to access resources on the internet. And we go step by step to help you be able to navigate. At the end of this lesson, we expect you to also apply the same and then be able to share with others what you have been able to do. Now, suppose you are a Form 3 teacher, for instance, in secondary school, and you are a teacher probably teaching about geography, or some you are teaching chemistry or biology, or you are teaching some business subjects like business or commerce. And you have your smartphone, and then you want to make sure that you are using your smartphone to access resources and share with your students, or for yourself or for your students as well. We'll go through the different stages on how you can be able to do that. Now, we are going to start with the first teacher, who is a geography teacher, to be able to access some geography resources. Now, suppose you're a geography teacher, you are teaching Form 3, and maybe you want to talk about different types of rocks. This is how you are going to do it from your smartphone.
You are a Form 3 teacher. You are teaching about geography, a topic on types of rocks, which is on the structure of Earth. Now you want to use your smartphone to be able to access resources on the internet. The first thing you do is to make sure that your smartphone has internet connection. So you have internet bundle. And then you actually have to find where Google is. That means Google search engine to help you be able to search on the internet. So click on find your Google where it is. For me, it is found here. I can see Google here. So I click on Google here. Then this window opens up. Then I have to make sure that I type in structure, or I mean types of the rock, types of rocks. You can see types of rocks. And then click on the button search, so that it all the search options will come. Now, as I said, there will be 3 options. One is type, or then another one important area is image, and another one is videos. These are the very important areas for teachers to be able to access the resources. So now on all, here you will get all the web links, website links that you can be able to share with your students for learning more about some content. So you can be able to scroll down. You have some other links, very important links to share with your students. Keep on scrolling down, you'll get many links that you can be able to share with your students. So scroll down, you get many of them. So suppose I want to share this particular piece here with my students. What I do here is, first of all, I open up the link to be able to read the content. So this is the page which has types of links. And now I want to share this page with my students. There are many ways. What you do, you go to this button here, share button, click on share, and then select the media where you want to share. These are all options. You can scroll to get many other options depending on what you want. You can share on Dropbox, you can share on Slack, on Telegram, you can share on Skype, on email. You can send them an email. Click here to write an email to them, on Hangout. You can also share on WhatsApp. So I'm going to use this WhatsApp. You can also send an email using Yahoo. But for me, I'm going to share on this WhatsApp. Click on WhatsApp. And then you have different options here. Now I want to send probably with a group of maybe Tehama, Shuleni or something. This is a group of teachers. So if I click on this group here, that means it will open up. It allows me to be able to send. So click on this button here to be able to send. Now I have the link here, and now this is it is now shown in the group that I can be able to send to these people. Now what I have to do is to click on this link, and then be able to send. If I click on this, that means it will be sent to the teachers. So that is one. I'm not clicking because I know you can click and then send to your group. So I'm going back. Option 2. Another option is going back is that I need to click on images. Suppose I want to get images that are suitably explaining what I'm actually teaching. So these are the different images that you can have to be able to put on your PowerPoint presentation for you to be able to use when you are presenting about topics on types of rocks. So maybe you can click on one of the images like here, and then you see all of them here. What you do, you can be able to take a picture image of these, or you can also be able to save or send it to your friends as well, the way it is. So again, there will be a share button here, where you click on this link, and it takes you again to the different share options that are available for you to be able to share with your students. So similarly, you can do the same. So that's how we do that. So I'm not doing this because I know already you can be able to move forward. Now, what I do, I'm going back again to go to the third part on videos. Now, this is the third part for teachers, for you to be able to access videos or simulations or animations that you can be able to use for teaching. Now, click on videos here. You'll be able to get the different videos that explain about types of rocks. Now, if you scroll down, you'll get many of them, YouTube videos or from other different sources. Now, suppose I want to click on maybe the first video here. On this first video, I'll click and see what it plays. So now, okay, so now you want to share this video. You want to share this video with your students. So what you do is that you will click on this share button here. And then sharing again, you have the same option to be able to share with different platforms. Now, suppose I want to share in WhatsApp group. What I do, I click on WhatsApp. I'll be able to select which group should I be able to send to. So maybe I want to send to Tehama Shuleni again, this group of teachers. So I click here, then this link will be shown here. Then if I click on this particular button here, I click on send, then that means my students or my people, the group of people will be able to see exactly what this video is, and they can be able to play this video. So thank you. That's how we do that.
I'm sure that you have been able to know how you can be able to search your content from the internet using your smartphone, especially when you're a geography teacher.